maintenance today. It's Wig Maintenance Thursday. And I have like 3 wigs that I'm working on currently. Wait, is it 1, 2, 3? Maybe 3 or 4. I don't remember. I woke up today and I did some cooking and cleaning. I did some laundry, and now, and while I was doing all that, I was washing my wigs and drying them. And I don't know if I ever showed you guys how to dry a wig before. On the quick. Like, of course, you could literally just hang your wet wig in the shower and let it dry that way. Or if you really want to hurry up and get through with it, you can put it inside a hair dryer. And I'll show you the hair dryer that I use to dry my wigs after I wash them. But first I want to put some eyelashes on because I told myself I'm going to make myself look good while I live stream moving forward. I'm going to put a little effort into that. I don't know when it turned out that I got so lackadaisical about it, about wearing makeup and putting myself together before I live stream, but it happened, and I'm not upset about it because it freed me from having to, it freed up a lot of time, because what happens when you have to do a lot of prep before starting means that you don't always get to start. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes at least 40 minutes for me to put myself together and look good. So might as well just do it with you guys and perhaps offer you guys some inspiration to put yourselves together each day. You can do it with me. How about it? How's it going, everyone? Thank you for joining. If you are there, and welcome to the chats if you decide to jump in. I am here to answer questions and to show you guys what it's like to maintain some wigs. So I'm going to show you first the hair dryer that I use after I wash my wigs. As I said, I washed 3 wigs today, and I dried 2 of them, and it took a total of about 2 hours to do that. And this is the hair dryer that I use to do that. I just open it up, and it's a typical hair dryer that you would sit under if you had some hair, right? But I turn it upside down like this. Usually it would be on the floor, but I can't show you, unless I can. I don't know. Can I show you? I don't know if I can show you. Anyway, it would be like on the floor, and it would be upside down like this, and then I would put the hair inside of it. And then I would lay a towel over this. I would lay a towel over it and turn it all the way up and set it for about 40 minutes to wash my synthetic hair blends. I would do it for about 40 minutes, and to wash my human hair blends and my human hair wigs, I would do that for about an hour because they take longer to dry. Y'all, synthetic wigs are winning, if you ask me. I just love me a synthetic wig. They're so much easier to deal with. In fact, that synthetic hair wig that you see sitting over here, if you can see it, this wig here, I didn't even have to dry it. I literally just washed it, conditioned it, and put it on this little thing to dry, and it's dried in like 40 minutes. They're fantastic. And look, the curls are still there. I mean, I will have to work on the curls, but not too much. Not like I have to do with these human hair wigs. So after I dried my human hair wig, here's an example. This is what it looks like when it's completely dry, and I haven't done anything to it yet except put it inside that dryer. So I need to do some work with this wig. I'm going to have to, I don't even know what kind of product I'm going to use for this because I haven't worn this particular human hair wig in so long. I don't know what it needs, but yesterday I added a couple of human hair wefts to it. So yeah, there's some work that I have to do with this one. And I think the one I'm going to wear today is lost. Like, I lost my wig, bro. Oh, this mess right here. No, this is the one I just took off. Hang on. Look, I have too many wigs. See, this is the problem. And you have to have a lot of wigs. When you wear wigs all the time, you have to have a lot of wigs. So, what did I do with my wig? Okay, I'm going to go get it because that's the one I wanted to work on, and I'm pretty sure I left it in my bed. I hope. See, I don't want to go and walk away from the screen and then don't know where the wig is and then I'm gone for 10 minutes. So how very ADHD of me. Very much on brand for your girl, your big bald headed sister Action Jacqueline to like lose things and can't find it. But yeah, anyway, I can't find my wig, so I can't find that particular wig right now. But I did get a new curling iron. I got a new curling iron. The one that I had didn't have a temperature gauge on it that could go low enough. So what that meant was I was burning my wigs, y'all. I'm very good about curling my synthetic hair wigs, even the ones that are not heat safe. But lately I've had so many to do that I've been kind of messing up, and I don't have the time to struggle with an iron that doesn't have a temperature setting that I need. How's it going, Oratali? How do you say that right? Oratali, how's it going? Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate seeing you here. Thank you. So this is the curling iron that I got, and I bought this one because it supposedly has a temperature gauge that goes all the way down to 150 degrees. So the safe setting to use on a synthetic hair wig that is not heat safe is no more than 200 degrees. I find that 195 degrees is ideal. So let's see if this Conair curling iron is as advertised. If not, I'm sending it back because I don't need another curling iron that's just going to give me a headache. Let's see. Let's plug it in and find out. Hang on. I do like that the gauge starts at 1 and ends at 30. So that's a nice range, right? But let's see how hot it gets. So the trick is, if the curling iron gets so hot that you can't touch it, then that means it's going to burn your hair. You want to be able to go like this to a curling iron without burning your hand. If you can't do that, then it's going to burn your wig. All right, let me plug this in and see what it does. By the way, how's everybody doing today? Oratali says it's fine, just watching. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching. And make sure that you subscribe. Everybody should be subscribing, sharing, and joining the chats because it makes it more fun when you guys are engaged. All right, y'all have to look at my other ones. Oh my God, sorry, y'all. What a mess. This is work time, y'all. So you are joining my my work room. Let me put this away. For those of you who are just joining, this is a dryer, a standard dryer that you usually would sit under if you had some hair in your head. But I just turned mine over and I put my wet wig inside of it. I make sure I comb it out first. I lay it down and then I put a towel over it. I set it to the highest setting and I do it for like 40 minutes for a synthetic wig. Actually 30 minutes for a synthetic wig and about an hour for a human hair wig. So I'm going to put this away now because I don't need it. All my wigs are washed, or at least the wigs that I'm working on are washed. All right, let me put that back. Did I just drop my phone? No, we're still good. We're still good. Okay, let me turn this thing on. So if anybody is interested, the iron I'm using is a Conair 1.5 double ceramic curling iron. And it was like under $20 or $20 or something like that. I don't remember. But I'll let you guys know if it's any good. I'll give you all the details once I determine that it's worth sharing. The idea is that the curling iron must be able to be cool enough to not burn my non-heat safe synthetic wigs. Or Tali says, where are you going? Oh, where am I going? Oh, I'm not going anywhere. You would think I'm going somewhere. I'm going into the kitchen to fry shrimp. But I am getting my wigs ready. I like to have wigs at the ready. Y'all, this feels too hot already. Oh, wait. Let me see. Yeah, like I said, if you can't comfortably, it's already getting to the point where it's a little too hot. I don't know if I like that. Let's see. This might be good enough, but if it gets any hotter, it's no good. See, I don't want to tell you guys because this is the Bald Girls Gossip Room. I don't want to tell you guys to get this one if I feel like it's going to burn your synthetic wig. So I'm not even going to give you the details of the iron. I'm disappointed. Now I have to do it the old way, which I hate. Damn it. All right, well, let me unplug this because it's too hot. I'm just going to use the one I've been using. Although I've been really slack with it and I've burnt a couple of my wigs. So the one I've been using, I'm going to put this up after it cools off and send it back to Amazon. That means I have to take a trip to Staples. Okay, so hang on, y'all. Let me just get these curling irons. So this is the 1.5 inch one I've been using. I don't recommend it. The way I use it is I'll plug it in. It goes, the lowest temperature setting on this one is 310 degrees. So I'll plug it in for like 45 seconds because it warms really fast. And then I'll unplug it or turn it off and then use it while it's off. And the only time I will let it warm is when I'm not using it. As soon as I start using it, I turn it back off. The idea is make sure that you can always pass your hand over it comfortably. Once you realize you can't do that, that means you're going to burn your hair. This one works. This one has a temperature gauge that goes really low. It's fantastic. I love it. It's just a little bit too big. And for some reason, I can't find a 1.5 inch. This one is by Hot Tools, I believe. Let me not lie to you. It's not Hot Tools because if it was, it would say so. I will find out the information for this for you guys. You're going to sleep, or I tell you, don't go to sleep. I cannot show you my house. That is dangerous to do. But you can see my den, which is the room that I'm in right now. And I'm sorry for making you look at my underarms. I just have to plug this in. All right. Let me plug this one in as well, and then we'll start curling this wig. I was hoping to not have to do that whole dance with this, but it is what it is. What a disappointment. Don't you hate it when you order something and it doesn't do what you want it to do? Damn it. I was so excited to use it. I was so excited that I did the unboxing with you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining while you were here, Oratali. Am I saying your name right? I don't want to say your name wrong. I really don't want to do that to you. Nobody wants to hear their name spoken wrong. I am going to go and get my wig, the human hair blend wig that I told you guys I'm working on. So give me 1 second. Yeah, so crazy enough, I just can't find it. Okay, so that's all right. I don't know what I did with them, but I'm not going to go crazy trying to find it. How weird is it to lose a wig, y'all? How weird is it? Welcome to the Bald Girls chat room where we lose wigs on live channel, on live TV. All right, so this one is a non-heat safe wig that just needs a refreshing. You see how that looks? Starts to get real crunchy at the ends. So I'm going to smooth all that out with this curling iron. It was on. Now I just turned it off. It got pretty hot while it was on. This one, let me turn this one on as well. So the thing about synthetic wigs is that if you want to get a curl that's like, say you wanted a curl that's this size, right? This is like a 2-inch, I believe. If you wanted a curl that's 2 inches big on a synthetic wig, you would really need a curling iron that's 1.5 inches. That's why I really wanted that curling iron, but it didn't work out. So I'm going to have to use this even though it doesn't have the temperature setting I want, just so that I can get the curls I want, you know? I'm going to keep this on anyway because it's my favorite, and hopefully maybe I'll use it. See, I'm turning it all the way down to 195. And as I said, for a synthetic wig, you don't want to go over 200. 195 degrees is actually perfect. Mina Ashido says, hi, Mina. Thanks for joining. How's everything today? It's a beautiful day here in New York, y'all. Like a gorgeous day, I will say. And I haven't had such a relaxing day, to be honest, in so long. I thoroughly appreciate this day. So this wig is slightly damp, which is fine. It actually helps the curls to sit a little bit better if it's slightly damp, very slightly damp. So you know those budget-friendly wigs that are heat safe, the ones that you get from Sensational and Outre? Those curl a little differently. Those you want to be saturated wet, because if you curl those while they're saturated wet, that curl lasts forever. This one, not so much. These work best if they're dry or slightly damp. And I use my knee, as you can see, as a mannequin. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to smooth out the fibers because the fibers got a little crunchy, which is very commonplace for synthetic wigs. But this is a high-end synthetic piece. So I'm not going to just toss it in the trash. These high-end synthetic pieces are considerably expensive when you compare them to the brands that I just mentioned, right? So this one is by John Renault. And this is what the inside cap looks like. So this is the cheapest way you can buy a lace front wig from a brand like John Renault. They just give you just a little tiny bit of lace here in the front, but it's right where you need it to be, so it works out. And this wig's brand new. Now, I didn't buy it brand new. I bought it gently used on eBay. And if you guys want to learn how I'm able to find so many wigs on eBay that are in good condition, let me know. I think putting together a little ebook, because there's things you need to know. It's not like something I could teach you in 5 minutes. Like there's things you need to write down and things like that. It's a little bit too cool, so I turned it on again, and I'm going to turn it back off as soon as it hits optimal temperature, which is right now. You guys are so quiet in the chats. My gosh, say something out there. Say something. Don't leave all the talking to me. All right. I guess ideally I would use smaller sections, but nobody said I was a stylist. I just style my own hair, okay? What I'm trying to do is get the flat iron to go as far down as possible before I start curling. And then my mom was a hairdresser, y'all. Isn't that terrible? Could you imagine being a hairdresser and then your daughter loses all her hair to alopecia? Awful. It was an awful time, y'all. It was an awful time. I remember that, and it was just my mom had literally gotten her cosmetology license like maybe a year and a half before my hair fell out, and her business was thriving quick. Like she had those, I don't know if you've heard of like old school beauticians who have magic hands who could bring people's hair back to life. She had that kind of hand, and people would come from all over to sit in her chair and have their hair restored, and she was good at it. And then suddenly her daughter started losing her hair in chunks. So you could only imagine what that did for her business, which she ran out of her house. So again, this is starting to get a little bit too cool now, so I'm going to turn it back on for a second. The important thing is to remember you have to remember to turn it back off. That's how I ended up burning it the last time. I showed you guys how I fixed the damage that caused, but ideally you don't want to burn it. In fact, it was this very wig that I burned. All right, let me turn it back off. These things warm up really quickly. Oh, Honey Pepper, hey baby. What's poppin'? Honey Pepper says, what's poppin'? happened? I'm great. How are you? What do you say here? I have a bunch of synthetic wigs and they look wiry and horrible. So are you gonna go grab them real quick and we're gonna curl our hair together? Go grab them. Go grab them, Honey Pepper. Let's work on these wigs together and knock them out so we can have a lot of wigs to choose from tomorrow when we're choosing our wigs for the day. Go grab them. Go grab them. All of them. Did you see how the curl set? I'm just going over it one more time because I don't like that it's not that smooth, but the curl had already set. So I'm just going to leave this here for like 45 seconds and then take it out. And remember, I turned it off. When you have a temperature gauge that doesn't go down to 200 degrees, you have to turn it off once it gets a little bit hot. And the idea is to be able to pass your hand over the plate without burning it. Because if you burn your hand, you're going to burn the wig. And I'm talking specifically about non-heat safe wigs. There's my curl, y'all. Looks like a roller, right? So once it cools, you blow it a little bit because the curls actually set while it's cooling, not while it's heating. So you just want to keep it cool. Hang on. I need something to fan this with. Where's my little thing? Do I have a thing? Here's a thing. You use what you got, right? Okay, see, that's set. All right, let's move on to the next one. I love the way that shampoo and conditioner smells. I use the Brand New Wine shampoo and conditioner. It's my favorite one. I like how smooth it makes the fibers. It's really good. I mean, it doesn't fix all the issues with a wig. There are other issues that you still need to tackle, like I need to smooth out these ends. And when I need a little oil, sometimes the wigs get dry. When I need a little oil, I'll just use some almond oil. Here's some almond oil. I've had this bottle for too long, though, and it's expired, so I have to toss this whole bottle. I think the next time I buy a bottle, I'll buy a smaller bottle because it's gone rancid. It's just under halfway full, and I went to use it the other day, and I did not like the way it smelled. It's gone rancid. So I'm going to throw this in the trash and get another smaller one because I see when you're using this, you don't need a lot. And I promise you, I use this for my skin and for my wigs, and you don't need a lot. And I've had this bottle probably for over a year. So I got my money's worth, but I don't need such a big bottle this time. I'll buy a smaller one. But this is the brand, Essentially Kate's. It's a good brand if you are interested. And I got it from Amazon. So for those of you who are just joining, I had bought a curling iron and I was so excited about it because according to the specifications on Amazon, this curling iron was supposed to go down to 150 degrees. But when I did the hand test and I passed my hand over it, I realized right away it was far beyond 150 degrees. It was probably up to like 230 because it started to get too hot for me to do that. But 200 degrees is ideal. This curling iron does not go down to 200 degrees. This one does. But like I said earlier, if you want to get curls this size on synthetic hair, you're going to have to use a curling iron this size because they just don't hold curls the way human hair holds curls. Do you know what I mean? They behave differently. All right, so I just powered it on. I feel it getting too hot already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now I'm turning it off. And then I use my knee as a mannequin because there's no better mannequin than the knee. There's no better mannequin, I promise. If you are a bald girl and you like wearing wigs, get to know your knee mannequin. It's a flex. Okay, so how my mom taught me to curl hair when I was a little girl and her business was thriving was you catch as much of the hair you can as possible. Now, right here is where it starts getting so uneven that I know I'm going to start losing strands. So now you start curling, but at the same time as you're curling, you're loosening and you're pulling and you're curling at the same time. It's a whole one motion. That's why you hear when you go to the hairdresser, you hear that squeak, squeak, squeak a lot. It's because they're doing that. And that's how you catch all the hairs. Then you let it sit for like a minute. Because like I said, curling synthetic hair is a little bit different than curling human hair. See what I mean when I say that if you want curls that size, you need a curling iron this size? This is what it looks like after it's set. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm missing out. Honey, you're talking and I'm missing you. I'm so sorry. Honey Pepper says you have magic hands in restoring wigs. Thank you. They're curly and wavy. You can't use a straightener on them. Almond oil is good for your skin. Yes, very good. I like almond oil and shea butter, African shea butter and almond oil. I love that blend. I also use coconut oil every single day. It's the knee mannequin for There's no better knee mannequin than the knee. You know why? Because it's always there. It's always there. No matter where you are, the mannequin is right there. And the wig doesn't come off. Look at that. It's really great. I love it. And I have regular mannequins. Just, I'd have to stand up. Who needs it? Who needs it? I'm letting the curls cool. I'll get a real fan eventually. As a matter of fact, if I'm going to be doing this live with you guys, I should get myself a nice fan. I think I'm going to do that. That's my next purchase. A nice fan. Okay, so you were saying, actually you said that I have magic hands and restoring wigs. Listen, I've ruined a couple of wigs too by getting too happy with the scissor. For sure. I have an example of one right here. I'll show it to you in a minute. Ooh, I tore this wig up, but I plan on fixing it, so. I ran into an extra nappy part. Hang on. All right, that's better. Ooh, that was extra nappy. All right, it's a little bit too cool. I'm turning it on for about 10 seconds, and then I'm going to turn it back off and use it. When I find the curling iron that goes as low as I need it to go, I will share with you the information. This is the one that I have that does. I just don't have the information in front of me. This one I've had for so long. I love it, but the barrel is a little bit too big for me. Sorry. It's the... Oh, Honey Pepper says, I love your complexion. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Aw. Appreciate that. For years, I didn't like my complexion. I mean, I think I liked my complexion. I just didn't like the way people responded to my complexion. I remember being called piss color a lot when I was in high school. They would call me piss color. Isn't that rude? People don't have no chill. They say whatever comes to their mind. I tell you, especially kids. Lord have mercy. If you judge your life and the way you feel about yourself on the names you were called in high school, you will feel like pure shit. I don't care who you are. So please, if you're still worried about the names you were called in high school, seek help for that, because the high school names are the worst. They are the worst. And I don't think anybody escapes it. Even the popular girls, I remember they would say funny things about them. I need to preserve this box though, because I told you guys I'm returning that curling iron, right? Not this one. The one I just bought that let me down. Right, this is coming along nicely. Let me be quick about it. Y'all, I'm so impatient. Like, I'm like a 10th of the way through and I'm done. I just want to move on to the next wig already. I'm still curious about what I did with the other wig that I washed. I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put it. It's probably in this pile of wigs that's next to me. But I didn't see it when I just looked. I don't know. Losing wigs. I remember when I first started wearing wigs when I was 12 years old, I used to lose my wig all the time. And I had a best friend, this kid who lived on my block, a boy. And he would come over to the house and he'd be like, come outside. And I'd be like, I need to get my wig. Even though I couldn't find my wig, and we'd go running around the house looking for it together. Looking for my wig together. Aw, Greg, if you're out there watching, hey, he's a big DJ right now. He's doing well for himself. I think he owns a roller skating rink in Virginia. And the music is all his. I'm proud of him. But yeah, that's life as a bald girl. And if anybody here is wondering, Honey Pepper said, what? People are crazy. Yeah, they used to call me Piss Color. Any name that people can come up with, they would call you that. What were some other names I used to be called? Well, I was definitely called Wig Woman. Wig Woman, that was a good one. Wig Woman. I'm not going back into the worst of the worst, like when they used to say I had cancer. That's not even funny. But like as I got older and I became more and more comfortable with the fact that I wore wigs, it became well known that I wore wigs in high school because I got a job and I was able, and I spent all my money on wigs. So I would basically just go twice a month to the beauty supply store, to the wig store, and get a new wig. And it didn't matter what the wig looked like. As long as I thought it was cute, I was going to wear it. It didn't have to be a specific color, didn't have to be a specific length. I was going to wear it if I thought it was cute. And so everybody knew I wore the wig. So they would call me Wig Woman, Piss Color, Piss Color Wig Woman. What was the other one? No, there was more. I just can't remember them. Those two stand out, though. Hi, Yellow. Well, that was one. Hi, Yellow Jackie. Or White Girl Jackie. That was common. And I remember there was a discussion around it. There was there were like three girls talking, and they were like, one of them was like, don't call her that. And the other two were like, but it's true though. She is White Girl Jackie. Because that one over there, she's Black Girl Jackie. I was like, yeah, y'all have this all figured out, don't you? Yeah, don't live your life worried about the names you were called in high school, because they can come up with some shit in high school, let me tell you. I think junior high school was my worst year. I'm not even laughing about the names they called me back then, because they were just too, like I said, it was about cancer and all kind of stuff. Just horrible, horrible rumors. It wasn't even name calls. It was just rumors. Honey Pepper says, always nice chatting with you. I just got back from downtown, so I'm about to go change and eat. Catch you on another live soon. Thank you so much for jumping in. It was great that you even poked your face in for a few minutes. I appreciate that. You went downtown. For some reason, that sounds real interesting to me. What you do downtown? Catch me later and tell me all about your trip downtown. Hopefully you bought something fun. Because if I go downtown, I know I bought something fun. Are you still there? Anyway, next time I see you, I'd love to hear about your journeys downtown. Ooh, I messed that one up. All right, I'm really, really getting tired of this. Like I have no patience whatsoever. But I feel like I did enough. Did I do enough? I did not do enough, did I? I need to finish what I started. Thank you for telling me that, whoever told me that. Finish what you started, girl. 100%. Finish what you started. And my knee is a little wet because this wig is still a little damp on the inside. This is the wig I did not put inside the dryer. Got real nappy. Okay, so if anybody just joined, the reason why I keep saying this over and over again is because I don't want anyone to get the idea that you can just use your curling iron on a regular setting. If you jump on here and you say, oh, this girl curling her hair with a curling iron, I'm going to go try it. Without knowing this, you will burn your hair. Okay, so this is a curling iron that does not go all the way down to 200, which is the recommended temperature for curling a synthetic wig. It only goes down to 310 degrees, which is way too hot. You'll burn your wig if you do that. So what I do is I turn it on for a second, let it get hot, And once I feel it gets hot enough, I turn it off and then I use it immediately. And the idea is to make sure that you can pass your hand over it without burning it. If you can't do that, then it's going to burn your hair 100%. But you must remember to turn it back off, which is what I forgot to do the other day when I burnt my wig. But even that's fixable, so you'll be fine, even if you did. I mean, unless you burn it too bad, it literally burn it off. That's happened to me before too. That's something you just can't fix. So be very, very careful. Who said that? Be very, very careful. What was his name again? From Bugs Bunny. All right, y'all. I'm finished. I know there's more to do. I know. I don't need you to tell me that. I know there's more to do. I just don't feel like doing it. There's so many other wigs I need to work on that need more work than this. These synthetic hair wigs are so easy. That's why I love them. My human hair wig is going to take me at least 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours to finish. Because I don't even know what product I need for it. So it's going to be a learning curve. So I haven't worn that human hair wig in such a long time. All right, so that's the one I'm wearing right now. What y'all think? Is it cute? Hang on. Oh, the station is a mess. Is it cute? Okay, that's good. Now, if I could just find that wig. How do you lose a whole wig, Jackie? I don't know. But this is the wig this one is gonna give me a run for my money. It's a good wig, y'all. It just needs so much work. I recommend having a few synthetic wigs in your collection to hold you over while you're in the process of working on your human hair wig, which I don't even have the wherewithal to work on right now with you guys. Not to mention, I need to start dinner. I'm making fried shrimp tonight, so I'm gonna get on there. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a ton of fun. Make sure that you make sure that you like the chat. Make sure if you want to give me a gift that you give me the gift before I leave. Thank you very much. And that you tell your friends that your big bald-headed sister is outside giving wig tutorials, wig maintenance tutorials. All right. I love you guys, and we'll talk again soon. Peace.